There are so many reasons why you would want to work at Direction Home. First of all, if I'm speaking to RNs that are in the hospital and are struggling and know that you need a change, but you're afraid to take the change, it's worth it. It's worth getting your family time back. It's worth getting your personal time back. It's worth getting back your weekends, your evenings, and your holidays. It's worth being able to take a vacation anytime you want, or taking a sick day if you need it without feeling guilty about doing it. It's worth having autonomy and a flexible schedule and being able to work around your life and still manage your job and feel appreciated and know that you're not going to be micromanaged. It is so freeing. I was an RN on the floor for 20-ish years. I just came from such a tough work environment before that I feel like people, if they don't come from that, they can't really appreciate what they're experiencing here, the burnout and the 12-hour shifts and the on-call and just a very different culture from here. So I really appreciate when I came here, just how kind and professional and courteous everybody is. I just would go back to the 3 C's, the courtesy, compassion, and competence. I mean, it just shines here. From the top down. I've always been a team player and been one to jump in and help out, but it's just nice when you feel like it's reciprocated and you know that, I'm helping this person and I know that if I need it, they're going to be there for me, because I didn't feel like that there. And it's just when you're around this positive energy, you can't help but feel positive, and of course this is a whole new specialty for me. And I appreciate all the skills that care managers have that have been doing this for years. And I'm just thankful that I'm learning something new too. It's just the greatest place I've ever worked. I am a waiver service coordinator with United Healthcare. And so I partner with care managers at United, and we have a caseload of about 100, at least I do, 100 plus members that we take care of, trying to keep them independent in their homes, and by bringing waiver services to them, which include things like meals, emergency response buttons, home health aides, medical equipment, and other things that we try to bring in from the community resources. If waiver doesn't provide it for them, we try to find all the possible resources we can for them to keep them independent in their homes. My team is amazing. Everybody's just so kind. And if somebody's sick or has an emergency situation, so we send out an email. Can somebody do such and such? Can somebody do a few visits? People respond so quickly to help that I don't even get a chance because I haven't seen it yet. It's like, well, I don't even get to help because everybody's helped already. So in that respect, everybody's just so supportive of each other. There's no condemnation or guilt to be had about needing to take a few days off for whatever the situation is. Kristen is such a laid back supervisor, and I appreciate that about her because she just gives us so much autonomy. And she knows we'll come to her with questions if we have them, but she doesn't feel like she has to micromanage us. And I really appreciate that because I really feel appreciated and acknowledged and just like a real professional. Mm-hmm. It's just, again, another stark difference from working at the bedside where you just feel like another number. And at this agency, it's always how great we're doing at these things and let's work together to improve on these other areas. But it's just such a different mindset. Mm-hmm. And it's great. My second interview with Chris, I was super nervous because it was my second interview and I knew it was the vice president of our division and I didn't know what to expect. And I just remember sitting down and it didn't even feel like an interview and it was over an hour long and it just felt like a conversation with a friend. And I asked a lot of questions because I knew I was making a really huge change in careers. My whole career had been at the hospital, and for me to take this leap was huge for me. And so I wanted to make sure I was making the right decision. I just remember him saying a few things that we don't manage your time, we manage your outcomes. And all we ask is that you put in 40 hours a week. And in my mind, I was thinking, well, how would I not put in 40 hours a week? Because I work 56 hours a week at the hospital. Him saying that, and him showing that he just sent somebody a gratitude email, just thanking them for getting a message from a client who they treated really well and they were really happy. Just kind of kind of already exemplifying the 3 C's and just the care and the appreciation that they have for all of us who do our work. And for that to be the person that's interviewing me, I thought, wow, he's my senior supervisor. Like, that's really impressive. And then I would just say with my supervisor, Kristen, just remembering 2 different times where she really just went out of her way to praise me and say that I really did a good job with this, with not having any guidance and never doing it before. That, again, it's just that feeling of being genuinely appreciated and knowing that your hard work doesn't go unnoticed, and knowing that when you make a mistake in your paperwork, or that maybe you made a wrong judgment call on something, you're not chastised for it. They guide you and let's just correct it. Hearing the members over the phone, just all the thank yous that we get. A lot of them are disabled. A lot of them don't have higher educations, and they just don't even know the resources that are out there or available to help them. And they think they're just stuck in their broken down home, or, they don't have the medical equipment that they need to maintain independence. They just assume this is the way it is. And it's so nice to come in and be able to let them know that there's help out there for you, and we're going to find it for you, and we're going to get you what you need so that you feel safe and we can find you help. Of course, the appreciation that we get from our supervisors. Every meeting feels like a motivational speech from them that we have. It's so uplifting. And it is such a joy to work for Direction Home. I really love it here.